And now for this horizontal adjustable bread slicer. Here we go. So pretty, and it smells so nice. Here's a close-up of the bread slicer, and I want to show you here on the side, you can adjust the height of the sides of the slicer in order to change the thickness of the bread slices. What I'm going to do is use this lovely vegan ciabatta baguette that I just picked up at my local grocery store, and I'll demonstrate each of the 4 thicknesses for you using this bread slicer. There's an adjustment knob on each side of the bread slicer, so to loosen the sides, you just turn the knob to the left or counterclockwise, and I'm going to start with the thinnest thickness level, and then to set the bread slicer so it doesn't move around, I'm just going to turn the knobs to the right or clockwise to get it all secure. And I'm just going to grab a cutting board really quick because I'm going to slice this guy in half. I'm going to carefully slice. So this ciabatta slice is 1/4 of an inch thick. And now I'm gonna do each of the other 3 thickness settings. Back onto the cutting board with this ciabatta baguette, and let's cut 1/2 of an inch thick. One quick thing I want to show you before I move on to the 3/4 inch thickness. You'll see that there's this little basin, this little shallow dip in the end of this end of the cutting board. Any crumbs that result from cutting your bread, you know, they just kind of collect there at the end, and then you can just easily dump them out into the garbage. Now time for the 3/4 inch thickness. Let's slice away, shall we? There's the 3/4 inch slice. And now let's unscrew the pegs and move it down to the full 1 inch thickness. Take a look at these 4 slices of ciabatta bread. I've laid them out in order of increasing thickness. Over here you've got the 1/4 inch thickness, then the 1/2 inch thickness, 3/4 of an inch thickness, and 1 inch thick. There's a couple more things I want to point out for you with this bread slicer. One of them is the fact that the inside is magnetic, so if you take your bread knife and you just hold it close to this side bit, it'll just magnetically stick to the bread slicer. And the second thing I want to mention is the question of why have a horizontal bread slicer in the first place. What I like about horizontal bread slicing after trying this out and reading about this product is you're not cutting into the cutting board, which can leave plastic residue or wood residue in the bread or whatever product it is that you're cutting into by cutting vertically. I also like it too because over time I've noticed that my cutting boards have a lot of wear and tear on them because I've been pushing knives into them when slicing things. And with this horizontal bread slicer, you're just not, you know, sawing into your board because you're cutting horizontally. So the bread knife isn't actually touching the cutting board when you're cutting your bread.